My whole deal as growing up was, just to be the best guy that my father ever seen. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put my stamp on 4 years of high school football. That's all I really wanted to do. Being born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, you know what I'm saying? That's why I chose to be right here by the sign, because Cleveland is what made me.
Make yourself at home, do your do. Welcome to my pad, this your lab, go create your move. I got a crib by the water, say me casa su casa. It feels like Casablanca, shawty you my little mama. I got a crib.
What's good, everybody? It's 99 miles per hour with Percy Garner, and today we have a special episode. I feel like I say special a lot, but just bear with me. I'm excited about today's episode. But I wanted to give thanks to the channel sponsor, Builder Bros Construction. And thank you for allowing this podcast to happen. I also want to give a special shout out to Ro Goldstein for, kind of making this thing happen as well. And again, I was very excited to get this going. You're going to see here in a little bit, once, I'll stop running my mouth. The guest and his wife wanted us to shoot the interview, representing Cleveland, where he's from. And we got one of the 6 Cleveland script signs, and you get to see the beautiful city of Cleveland behind us. Out of me and Josh's comfort zone, but we were able to make it happen, and I'm just very excited. But without further ado, our guest is a 14-year NFL pro, played at The Ohio State while I was in high school, watching him do all the things he was doing. And it was someone I looked up to, as well as the quarterback that was throwing him the ball. And our guest today is Ted Ginn Jr. Now, I may reintroduce him. We'll see. But we're about to cut to the interview out at Tremont. I think it's Abbey Park, where we were located. And I really, really hope you guys enjoy this episode as much as I did interviewing our guest, Ted Ginn.
I just want to get into this because we've already been talking, and I feel like I could keep him here 24 hours talking about his career. So we going to get right into it, because this episode is about, him being inducted into the National High School Football Hall of Fame. National, I said, not just Ohio, national. So it's a pretty special day, and I'm just lucky to have this opportunity. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ted Ginn Jr. I gotta put the junior in there because if you know anything about football, we know the imprint that senior has put on, not just football, but just the youth of Ohio kids and beyond. So, but, how's it feel to be, have this happening? I kind of was already alluded to it earlier when we were talking off camera. But to be recognized for stuff that you've done on the field, I guess, how's that feel?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you. Let me get this opportunity. Thank the man upstairs and let me be here another day. Giving me an opportunity to let my family, just my kids, know who I am. They didn't get an opportunity to see me in high school or the college days. They got a stint of, the pro days, what I'm saying? But as far as, what I call the mud days, they haven't seen, what I'm saying, or they don't know enough about it. But it's just a blessing to be here, and it's always great to be, recognized for the things that you do. As years go on, you kind of fade a little bit, with the new talent and the old videotapes and the old cassettes and stuff that I'm on, and there's new digital stuff, but, it's always great to be recognized by the nation. My whole deal as growing up was, just to be the best guy that my father ever seen. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put my stamp on 4 years of high school football. That's all I really wanted to do. Being born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, you know what I'm saying? That's why I chose to be right here by the sign, because Cleveland is what made me. Being from the east side of Cleveland, the St. Clair area. 102nd boy. My grandmother was on 102nd of St. Clair, around the corner from Bone. Different things like that where, that was my livelihood. Being able just to see what has transpired from my time to now, and still being a name is always a great in my eye. I ain't always got to be number one. It's just to be a name. My black and white speak for itself. That's all you really wanted to do. My years speak for itself. So I wanted to do. I don't have to compete with anybody. It's all out there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really wanted to do was just be the best guy that I could be for the name that I stand for. You know what I'm saying? Or knowing that I wanted to create other kids and that, my kids that wanted to have a son named after me, and I'm able to have that. So, seeing him graduate this year from the 8th grade and being the president of the class for 2 years and getting up there and having a speech and, seeing his first speech ever, just showed that he still have a gene in us, and it might not be sports, but the way that, we impact our community, the nation, I don't see that name going in vain. You know what I'm saying? I see him being someone that, could be a mayor, governor, might be our president one day. Just never know. Seeing my daughter be able to come back to Ohio, come back to Cleveland, become a 8th grade champion. You know what I'm saying? She had a goal that she set. And, I just think that it's a great deal that my kids get to understand that they could be mud babies here too. You know what I'm saying? And have love and care and support. And I think that's what Cleveland do for the Ginns, is love, care, and support for the things that we do for others. You know what I'm saying? So I just want whatever I do for others to just come back to them, my kids, not me. I'm gone. I'm going this way. They're coming up now. So just want them to be able to be recognized out here because it's hard.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to get taken out of some situation where it might be trouble, get put in some situation where it might be good for them. Just want them to be recognized. I mean, that's why you carry the name.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, I was able to succeed the way I was able to succeed because of the name. And what my father had did for others while I was coming up to help me survive the streets, because it was right there. It's not like it's not right there. You can touch it at any time that you want to, but with him being able to help others get out of the streets made me not be able to touch the streets. So with my success and the things like that and my kid being here, this is just another opportunity for them to have support.
It's dope. I mean, that goes a long way. And I'm glad you talked about, you're naming your son after you. I did the same thing. I'm the third. I named my son the fourth. And, everyone looks at me as the high school quarterback and the professional pitcher for the Indians, but that's not his path. And I tell him, I try to remind him every night, like, look, bro, I just want you to be positive. I want you to make a positive impact on people around you. I want you to be a net positive to whatever room you walk in. That's all I really care about. Like, you ain't got to follow my footsteps because, kids is kids, tough. And they tell them, like, look, your dad was a professional baseball player. Why aren't you any good? And I got to tell them, like, look, you're better at things I'm not good at.
And you have them growing pains here.
Yeah.
Where, at least you can go and figure out, well, why did you say that to my kid? What made you feel like you would say that? You know what I'm saying? Somewhere else it's hard. You know what I'm saying? To build that support for me and him. I know it's tough to be able to sit there. It's hard not to, have a relationship because we kind of don't collide in the same areas, and, just trying to put perspective in place, you know what I'm saying, as far as how to be a man, what a man look like. I got to start from within me, you know what I'm saying, and just seeing that this past Friday, well, Wednesday, I would say, showing me that I ain't as bad as I think,
Yeah.
I'm kind of hard on myself because I kind of want more out of a relationship, and I think that's the competitiveness that I have in me, is I want a little bit more, but what I didn't put into him it's been great to hear how he light up a room and the district come out and give him, award for what he does for Richmond community. You know what I'm saying? It just showed me that, okay, he ain't got to be on St. Clair.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Or or if he is on St. Clair, he good.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? No matter what's going on, he holding it down. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I really want. It's hard to throw a ball. It's hard to catch a ball. It's hard to hit one. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to catch.
People forget that because, people like yourself make it look easy, so they think.
Like that's second nature, and it's not. Second nature is just being the man that you're supposed to be.
I love that because I kind of want to talk about leadership and kind of what your father did, because we know the stigma. We know what people talk about in our community. But I was blessed to have a father that made a big imprint on my life. And yes, I wanted to be fast like him. Yes, I wanted to do the things he did. But I know what I kind of took from him. He was people loved him. He always lit up a room. So that was what I wanted to do. And so be it if I was able to be an athlete and follow in his footsteps in that way as well. I know that's kind of, you and your dad were able to click on that because you guys grew up around him, leading people, and you've been coaching football at Glenville for what, 40-some years, something like that?
I'm about to be 40.
Dang.
So he at least saw 60, so he came back in 74, 2004, what's that?
Yeah, that's almost 50.
Yeah, 74.
Dang.
Yeah, he graduated in 74, he came back. Well, I'm going to say 79, he came back. So 2004, about 48 years, something like that.
That's crazy. For me, that's important. And I just want you to talk about, obviously we talked about being in the National Football Hall of Fame and the example he set. And you kind of, it's almost like what I'm about to ask, because you was already going into, you doing the legacy and getting your family and your kids involved, because I wanted to talk about, we know the example your father set. And then when I talk to my friends, because ever since COVID, we started having these deep conversations that we never had before. And me and my homies, because he's a college basketball coach at the D2, the D3 level in Wilmington, down south of Columbus. And he's just one of those dudes where I'm like, I would want my son to go play for him. And I'm sure you've had that response, like where you like, hey, homie, you need to go spend some time with my dad because,
yeah.
But you kind of hit on it already, but I just kind of want you to talk about, like, for your kids and you doing the same for your children, how much that means to you, being the person that you are, the selfless person that wants to help, being drugged in all different types of ways, but still being a safe space for the kids at home and the wife. Wow. That's important.
Well, I think the biggest attribute is he still want to do it. So for him to have grandkids, that's 14 now, you know what I'm saying? Because I have twins, a boy and a girl, a little daughter that's 7. The field that we still have, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I've been in from day one. It's still there. You get what I'm saying? So I drop them off. I have the ability to drop them off to him in that field, and I get to leave.
That's dope.
And that's what I want. And that's what they want, is to get the same type of touch that they give everybody else. And that will keep him going. That every day, I can drop them off down there, and get to see him as a grandfather, get to have him as a coach, get to talk to him about me and whatever they want to be right or wrong or whatever it may be. the support system is still there. To seeing the Ronnie Bryants, to the Mark Lewis, to seeing the Aces, and you know what I'm saying, the RCs and Daryl Boldens, you know what I'm saying, the Elliott Gates, you know, the B. Wesleys, and then, you know, my friends, you know what I'm saying? And you get to see Brian Hotricks every day, or you get to see Rasul every day, or Calvin Stearns every day, or Raymond Williams, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Timmy C. Like, when you just get to see these guys and my cousin Raz every day, that for so long we done talked on the phone, they know them from me just talking to them on the phone. Now they get to be with them and go to their house and get with their kids and run around the city, and they got places to go. You know what I'm saying? So it just bring the family aspect back into our life, which not saying we wasn't a family, but we was on the road. So everything was right here. But now you could come and you got grandma on both sides. And then Papa is only one of them, so he loves it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come to him for everything. You know what I'm saying? He loves
giving it everything.
And he giving them everything. You get what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, being you know, selflessness to them. Because I could easily be in Miami, sitting in my house there on the water. They go to a school right down the street, and we cook at 5 and go to sleep at 8 and just, you know, take them to whatever training they want to be and just be us. And then they never know nothing about nobody else. And then once we not effective to them no more, then who do they run to? You get what I'm saying? Where do they go? So you have to take a business decision as a man and as a dad and say, hey, man, Cleveland got a lot of things that people could say wrong with it, but they got more good than they got bad for what I'm trying to do for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I can sit right here, come right here, walk every day, look at the cars drive by. I'm fine.
Yep.
But they can't do that right now. They got to make a way for themselves. And why not put them in a place where there's a good name, when they did good things around here, they're good kids. Let them come up and get some of the fruit that was laid around here so they can eat and be able to get up out of here and get to some of the same journeys that I didn't touch or my father didn't touch and just the name didn't touch.
That's important. We want to make sure our kids have not the same, but just their own great experiences. And, you know, I hope the same thing for my kids. So I'm glad you brought that up. And I really hope people kind of take that point of the decision you made to come back to Ohio, because you want them interacting with the ones that you know is going to have their best interests at heart and not just try to, that's Ginn's kid. Let's try to get something out of them. Like, no, they back home where people actually love them and they can flourish in that thing, because eventually they're going to, you know,
go out.
Yep.
That's me.
Well, man. Now, the next thing I kind of want to get on is, you know, we talked about the leadership, and I just got a question I want to hit on, and I feel like we've already answered it, but to you, is football more than a game? Because I kind of heard you talk in other interviews, like how it's changed your life and what it's been able to let you do and accomplish and affect other people. So I guess you answered it, but...
Well, you know, it's more than a game, because it's just a vehicle to some type of success. Just don't know what it is. You know, how many people have so much success in a game and then they level out? They're always going to do that. But you get to a different room some way, somehow, through this game. No matter if it's from 8 years old to 14, you have superstars as kids.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They never make it to high school. And it ain't always about the streets. You get what I'm saying? You got kids that be superstars from 14 to 18 that never make it to college. They're superstars. You got superstars from 18 to 24 in college. They usually stay around their college.
Yep.
because that's what college make you do. And venture off. Usually you're going to stay right here because I got a support system.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that support system back home is cool, but it ain't like this one.
Yeah.
When I go back there, it's going to be, well, what you doing here? Why you here?
Yeah.
Get out my house. Well, here is going to be, okay, and if I move my feet a certain type of way and I do the things a certain type of way, I live great. Find me, my wife, has some kids. That's what college is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm able to jump in sports to the next level, then that's cool. Other than that, I just started my life from 18 and 24. So I just say save our kids, especially coming from where we come from, Cleveland, the east side. You know what I'm saying? Not even saying the west side. The west side. Me being over here now, staying on this side, kind of moving through it, you know. The whole east-west, we need some type of system. If it's football, basketball, track, cheerleading, gymnastics, boxing, I don't care what it is. In athletics, that's a system.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? That you got to get up, you got to put some type of schedule to it. You got to do some type of deal to it every day. 6 o'clock, I got to do some sit-ups. Before 11, I got to drink a shake. Like whatever it is, and put digitally to you that once I get a real job or I do something for myself and I'm really working for myself or whatever it is, I'll have some type of code that I go against. Like I've been reading things. It says, well, what do a top businessman have that a pro athlete had? 7 out of 10 of the things it's all characteristic.
Yep.
There's only 3 other things that's not. So what makes that a real big difference? So I tell the kid all the time, you're going to have to work some type of job.
No matter what?
No matter what, you're going to have to work for somebody too.
I'm going to need you to tell my little brother that because he don't come from me. He don't listen.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you are an entrepreneur,
yeah,
you still have to work with somebody.
Yep.
Still have to have some type of team backing with you. You have to have some type of leadership, some type of follower role, some type of I'm a do boy, some type of teacher pet. I don't care who you is. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it's the way that things just go. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I just think that at the end of the day, sports is just a vehicle to success. You get what I'm saying? And it's just different ways that you give it out. That's like this morning. I got up at 6 o'clock, round up all my kids, dropped them off at the Troy Smith concert, came here, handled me. And I'm going to get right out of here and I'm going to finish what I started.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Because I know what that game is doing for that family, not just that kid. That family. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And just the other day, I had a situation that I pulled up to that was good for both of us. The kid, the mom, and me. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now today, what time we need to be up? You get what I'm saying? Best thing ever. Now we can start talking more. I'm with you, baby. You get what I'm saying? Be with me. Now, do you want to run around and pick kids up? No. But I'm going to do it.
Yep.
Yes. Because I know what it means. And that's what I'm starting to understand of the support system that I have for the kids around here. So it's just not about the kids on the east side. I run around the west side more now than ever. And luckily, it's good.
Man, I'm so glad you said that. I'm going to have to flip out that to send to my brother like, hey, man, this is coming from somebody else that you made it way farther than me, man. So, but, you know, because I'm trying to do some of the stuff that you're doing. And I want to get into that. But before we talk about in detail and close it out with, you know, what you're doing with Ginn Elite and a lot of other stuff. I just want to quickly, always try to get a tidbit for the kids that I'm sure you shared plenty of times, but maybe people on this platform haven't heard, is if you started your career now, and there's many ways you can answer this. If you started your career now, kind of what would you, focus on? Because, a lot of people on social media showing their clips, showing they working out, and we didn't have to. We just didn't work.
We didn't have the platform.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. And that's what I try to do now is too many people are rushing and trying to get their kid out there. I just take a prime example, my daughter. My 13-year-old that runs track. Last year, everybody got mad at me. Not everybody, but we had a difference with, the staff at track because I said, I didn't want none of the kids to go to nationals. So my daughter's 75th. What are we really going to get? 65th?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense just to say we went to nationals.
Yeah.
Just so the organizations can say we went national. It's false. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So what are we really putting out there? You putting a false narrative to my baby. And I'm just saying that to my baby. I'm not gonna give her that. Nobody gave me that. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to nationals, that means I'm 15th. That means I'm in the top 20 to be able to be a spark. So I can say I got something to get to. I ain't getting to nothing from 75th to 65th. I still tore down. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's going on now is everybody is trying to rush to get their kid out there. That by the time they have to go showcase themselves, they can't. So then I ain't got all this. I ain't grew. I'm big. I done lost weight. I'm little. I ain't got big. I'm short. I ain't got tall. I'm tall. I ain't got goofy. I don't know how to run. I don't know how to do a lot of things that really make sense. So I tell everybody to go run track. Just put you in a position so I could do this, so I catch a ball, I can shoot. All that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But my arms are all out here and I can't run, I can't do nothing. I ain't coordinating in a certain way. I'm not going to be looking like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just think right now nobody take the basics no more. And I keep my basics. My basics was great.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Stay on over here. We're going to work. I'm going to pop you out here. Work. We're going to pop you out here. Work. We're going to pop you out here. And then we just going to pop out. And then now you're going to see us coming every time now. And you already said that while we was talking before that. Is you knew when we was coming in the door.
Yep.
That's how it's always supposed to be. It's not supposed to be, oh, here they come again.
Yeah.
And that's what people try to make it be. Oh, here they come again. Oh, here they come again. And you get wore out.
For me, when I was at the football camps and I saw Glenville, and not that I wasn't already trying to compete at the highest level, it kind of was like, all right,
That's how you help the others.
Yeah.
And it ain't about the number one guy.
Yeah.
It ain't about the number two guy. It ain't about the top 5 guys there. It's about that guy that paid his money to get some exposure. These guys got it. So we got to walk in a certain way for him.
And that kind of worked with me too. I didn't share this with you real quick, but I got drafted. I was a high draft pick for baseball. I never would have got seen if my teammate wasn't a first round caliber guy because I left football. Ball State decided to go with another quarterback. We had no quarterback competition, which I was salty about at the time. But then hindsight, I'm like, all right, I'm glad because I was able to shift to baseball. Mm-hmm. And we had a first round talent. Everybody came to see him. I showed out. Next thing you know, I was second round out of 50. And I never thought I was going to play professional baseball. So
it's the mindset.
Yep.
And that's just like me. I was the number 1 corner coming out of high school. I'm in the national. I'm known for national as the number 1 corner here.
True.
I'm not known as the receiver that I am. I'm known as the National High School Hall of Fame as a corner. That's what I went to school at.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you was number 1 DB.
I was number 1 DB. Defensive Player of the Year. USA Today. You get what I'm saying? So if I didn't have the mindset that was created here to do everything, learn everything, have a piece in everything, lead in all type of ways, I would have never got down there to Ohio State and took on, oh, you can't play corner. That's all they said. They say you can't go here.
Yeah.
I said, but you just can't play corner this year. So I said, okay. You get what I'm saying? But in the same sense, I was cool. Most kids get erupt, right? So now when you walk in, I walked into Ohio State, bro, I had a black jersey. You know what other 3 people have black jerseys? Quarterbacks.
True.
You got a red jersey or a white jersey in your locker. When I walked in, I had a black one.
Now, what that mean?
You're going to play offense and defense. They didn't know what to do.
Okay.
You got to realize when I go down there, you got Dante Winder, Nate Sally, Ashton Ubodi, Dustin Fox, Tyler Everett. Now, you got dogs.
Yep.
E.J. Underwood, his little brother come with me. And you got real dogs. You get what I'm saying? So when I get down there, I'm really number 6 over there, but I'm like number 3 or 4 in the receiver room. Just because I was athletic, I played quarterback, I played receiver. They didn't watch me for 3 years. I didn't play as a freshman. That's what people don't know. I didn't play football as a freshman.
Really?
No. I played 1 game.
I guess I just assumed.
Freshman year, I caught mono.
Oh, dang.
Second game of the season. Caught mono. Took me out, your appendix swell up and
That's bad.
throat, they called it the kissing disease and all this stuff. So it's really a bacteria type situation. So I caught mono my freshman year. I didn't come back till we played in the first ever playoff game with Glenville.
Really? Okay.
And I held the teeth. That's all. That was my job. That's all I wanted to do. Won out, one came back. The next game, our starting quarterback, Darius Hiley, get hurt. He's a sophomore. He was coming off a true freshman. He's sophomore now. He get hurt. I done played quarterback from 8 to 14. I'm ready like the backup. I'm nervous as shit. You get what I'm saying? That's all I had. I played JV championship. I was slow as dirt.
Really?
Yeah, I ran a 5.150 40 as a freshman.
Really? Okay, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good for people to know. That's good for people to know.
I didn't play freshman ball, so I hate when people say, oh, my kid got to play as a freshman. No. You're really wearing him out.
My situation's even worse than that, because I was on the field for decoration, I call it, where I wasn't getting the ball, but I was just out there. I didn't play quarterback till junior year. And 2 years is what, gave me the opportunity. That's all you really need.
That's all you really need. Because you're going to find them out anyway. Because what if I go 3 years of all this great success, and then my senior year, I got a shitty team, and I go 0-for-6 to beginning of the year, they end up 4-6. Now, everybody, this kid over here they got us this close, but we ain't nowhere near this close. Now he go 12-0 his senior year. Now there's a controversy about who's going to school now.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I like that. No need to rush. I just want to, when we wrapping this up, I just want to make sure that we hit on some of the things you're doing, because real quick, I'm the director of a charity in my local hometown where I grew up, and we help people who with low income situations or just have a tragedy in their family and there's medical bills piling up. We kind of help them take care of that so their whole life ain't altered. So I understand the purpose and the willingness to give back. For you, it seems only right that you inspire the next generation in sports, but use sports as a vehicle like we was talking about earlier. Obviously, you encourage them and everything because everything equates back to life, but kind of touch on, Ginn Elite, how that's going. I remember on the other interview I saw with you, you weren't able to make it to Glenville state championship game because Ginn Elite was in national championships, if I'm, not mistaken. So kind of quickly talk about what you're doing and how you approach that and how the success has been so far.
Well, Ginn Elite was established in 2014.
Okay.
No, might be back a little bit more. Football is running on about 8 years now. Track is going on 4 years now. Cheerleading is going on 4 years now. Basketball is really the oldest that I have of Ginn Elite, is because I started with my godson. So I started with my godson and my best friend Brian Otrix, who's the CEO, co-founder of it.
Okay.
I started with him because he wanted to coach his son, and he wanted to do it the right way. So I wanted to give him a platform. So, I wasn't really a hooper like that, but I know that I'm big on what it looked like, how it should look like, and what I want him to be like. He knew all the X's and O's when it got on to basketball. He, top guy here, went to Shaw High School, went to Tennessee Tech. So, Ginn Elite was just a stepping stone for my best friend to see his son every day. Be his dad. And it just should go down to me doing football for one of my little brothers, named Mikey Edwards. Wanted to see his son.
Yep.
He wanted to see his son, and that's it. So why you can't coach your son? You went to Hawaii, you had a stint with the Jets, you played at Tennessee, you were an All-American here at Glenville. What's wrong with you coaching your son? So that's how Ginn Elite football came. You know what I'm saying? And track. You know what I'm saying? And then in the stint of all that, you get cheerleading.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you
can't do one without the other.
Yep.
Family matters. So, it started off as my boy can be with his kid. I wasn't even here. I was still playing ball. Mm-hmm. But now that I done came back and seen the value of it, seeing the stepping stones of it, being a 501c3, being able to take these kids around the nation in basketball, we do our thing. For me not to be a basketball guy,
mm-hmm.
We're known in basketball. I have national titles with Ginn Elite in football. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, I haven't been to a state championship game yet. I kind of like it like that. If I'm still doing what I'm doing with mine, and he's still doing what he's doing with his, that means that we're doing it. We've never been at each other's championship game. Our first one ever in '97. He's playing for the Senate. I was playing for Pee Wee. We both lost. These next time as went on, every time he played for a state, I didn't play for a national, we didn't win. So for me to have 15 sophomores go play varsity football to win the state title this year, with a blast past year, they're going to be juniors, to see Lakeview D, the Toe, who was going to Ohio State, DeJuan Witten, to have him at 14 and at 13, to see him going to Ohio State, Obermeyer coming through one, Obermeyer going to another. I just think that I'm doing the right thing. I'm changing families. We work on the kid within that, but then you work at the family too. You know what I'm saying? Because some people never see their kid being that far. They never see me doing X amount of things for my kid that far. You just never see the value that you pull somebody's brain from out of a box that's just here in Cleveland. that people leave us here sometimes. So, you know, just taking football and making you think outside the box with it is what we do. It's what I do. And being able to have the top 14U team in the country to lose to the Californians, that's showing me something, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do the right way. To have people want to fight me over a field and different things like that, that's mean I'm doing something in the right way.
Yep.
You know, and it ain't always have to be I'm the GOAT, or it ain't always have to be I'm the cocking guy. It's just that I just want to do things the right way.
Yeah.
I know doing things the right way was successful. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I did the right way. When I got to the NFL, I opened the door for the next guys. I never got in trouble. I never did none of that because I knew what it was for the next guy, not for me. And then I knew what it was for my kids. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, getting lead is just another way that I can attach myself to my area and the nation of what my area got. And, you know, I understand sometimes that a lot of people don't want to be under the name, want to do their own thing and different things like that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it just can't stop what really is going on. I just did it. Like Nike, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I woke up and was like, this is what I want to do. So people always ask me, like, what was the plan? I ain't had no plan. I was a normal kid on the east side of Cleveland that was in a field that was able to see baseball, football, basketball, and track ran my whole life right there. So for me to go down there now and I don't see football, basketball, and baseball all ran through that field is a problem for me. And as well as the neighborhood and as well as the city, not really putting the support into the history that is down there, it make me even more mad because you help create what's out here.
I mean, and that helped you, obviously. So you want to make sure that continues because you know what that makes. When you think outside the box, you know that the opportunities are endless. But when you are here, well, this is all I can do. And this is all that's what's here for me.
And one of my good friends that I just had a conversation with, he told me this. Like I said his name. He said, and he still called me military. Hey,
I still get that too.
You know what I'm saying? He said, who did we all play for? Who did everybody play for coming up? Sam's, Bulldogs, East Cleveland Chiefs, you know, Cleveland Wave. And then they went to one high school. So he put me on some game that made me have to reconsider. And I'm saying this here out here, like, reconsider because all I want is a pipeline. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't want no stats. I ain't looking for no stats. I done gave more money to the hood than anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't do it for celebrity rights or hood rights or none of that. I did that because that's what I wanted to do.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? And it's just like now, it's like, let's see what will happen if we do it that way. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Would it still be the same? Or do the school lose?
I guess we'll find out. Well, I appreciate you joining us, man. I know you got a busy day. And, you know, this means the world to me to get to meet you and talk, you know, life and sports and all of your accomplishments. But I guess only thing I really want to say is thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to be tuning in and seeing what's going on. And I hope people don't take what you're doing for granted, and that you get, not that you're doing it for this, but you get the thanks and just the appreciation. You don't got to get recognition like you talked about, but just that people recognize that, hey, he don't have to be doing this. He could be, you know, just focusing on his family or whatever. So I just want to say thank you. And I also want to say I appreciate everybody who is tuning in to the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We got to talk to a real one, and congratulations on being inducted to the National High School Football Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm most impressed about right there.
That's ridiculous, man.
I did what I wanted to do, like I started off, and I said I just wanted to be the best guy my father ever seen. So be ranked in the nation as a Hall of Famer for high school. I think I got one period after it. Still looking for ...
But that's dope. I like that. That's something we really got a heart on. You know, he did it to be the best his dad's ever seen. That's what's up. And, you know, not to get too sentimental, but I always talk about my dad. He passed my freshman year of high school, so it was before I really did anything sport-wise. And I know he's seen me, you know, from up above and seen me play. But that means a lot coming from you and the type of father that you got, and just showing it really is important on the father being at the home and being a positive impact in everybody's life. Not everybody's going to be a Ted Ginn. Not everybody's going to be a Percy Garner, but we never know. Think outside the box and you can be whatever. So,
for sure.
But again, thank you. I hope you guys subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I got a crib out of water. Say me casa su casa. It feels like Casablanca. Shawty, you my little mama. I got a crib out of water. Say me casa su casa. It feels like Casablanca. Shawty, you my little mama. She be on that Henny. I like that Corona. I love her smell.